Perkle. Hey everybody, welcome back to Lectin-free solutions for another Plant Paradox and Apoe4 compliant recipe. While I've got you here, please push the like button and subscribe so I can bring you more content like this. We're really trying to put one of these out about every 2 weeks, so I need your continual support, which I have had and I really do appreciate it. Okay, so today what we're going to be making is a green mango Thai style salad. And there's a few things that I want to talk to you about with the green mango. This seems to be a real point of confusion for people, and it's really not difficult. It's just not explained very well in the books, I think. So let me go through this with you. It's funny about green mangoes because you can actually have a green mango that looks sort of yellow, like it's ripe. But if you feel it and it's hard like a baseball, it's not ripe, and that's what you want. And you also, conversely, can have a solid green mango that you would think is compliant, but it gives, and you can tell that it's ripe. That's already developed the sugar content, and that is not compliant, and it's not what you want. So don't necessarily go by the color of the mango, but go by how firm it is. It should be as hard as a baseball. Now, I've discovered that the best way to get into these is actually with a potato peeler. And just peel off the outside skin. It takes the least amount of the good flesh away. I've tried this with a paring knife. It's not nearly as effective as the potato peeler. You can see this just takes off the green skin. And this is hard, hard, hard. And we'll go ahead and get all of this skin off. And then in the middle of the green mango, there's a woody pit. And you'd think that it would be easy to separate the flesh from the pit, but it really isn't that easy. I have kind of a funny story. When we came back from Portugal this last year, I got sick and my husband was doing the cooking, and he said, "Oh, I'll make the green mango salad. How do I do that?" So I told him just to grate down to the pit, and I'll show you quickly what happened. It was so sweet of him to try and make the salad because it just seemed like something that would taste really good to me. And this is what happens. This is one that I've already cut up here, and it's got the pit inside of it. And you would think that you would just be able to grate and it would stop, but it doesn't. It grates into the pit, and you end up with this nasty, it's almost like wood fibers. It's awful. So it's really not the best way. Some people do like to grate them, and if you're really careful, you can do that, but I prefer to do it this way by removing, see, this has all kinds of woody pulp in it, and that doesn't taste good. So this is what we're gonna do. We will just remove all the skin, any little lumps and bumps, get that off. Just like a potato, kind of. And then take your knife and just make a cut. You can easily see that, you can feel that it's just the flesh of the mango. So you're going to do that, go all the way around. Now that one, I can feel the pit, so I'm going to move over to this side. And then I'm going to lay it down and do the same. But you have to you can feel it. And when you feel the pit, just stop, go around it. This pit actually is bigger than the last mango. So anyway, you'll go around, you can actually go around the corners, and you can get some other bigger pieces without getting the pit. And then you're just going to take it, sort of julienne it. And this, if you taste this, it has kind of a sour taste. It's not sweet at all, like a ripe mango. And that's exactly what you want for this recipe. So we'll go ahead and finish chopping this up and to get all of our components together. And then we'll start making the salad. Okay, let's go ahead and put this salad together. We have our mango all julienned, our jicama grated and our carrot grated, and I will give you the amounts as we go along. First, we have about 2 cups. This is 2 whole hard green mangoes. Remember, they have to be hard, and they are a little bit sour. So we'll put those in first. I've got 2 cups of grated jicama. And I've got this worked out to be 2 cups. This was 3 medium-sized carrots. I also have a half a cup of chopped cilantro, and as I've mentioned before, if you don't like cilantro, just don't use it. There's always a substitute: mint, basil, green onions. Oh, that reminds me. As you've heard me say before, my mom is allergic to onions, so I'm going to top dress our Tom's salad, my salad, with green onions, and we won't put any of that on hers. I also have a 1/4 cup of chopped mint, and we are going to mix all of those ingredients together. It almost looks like a coleslaw in a way. This is a salad that you can put the salad dressing on early in the day, and when you eat it for dinner, it's still nice and fresh. You don't have to worry about it limping out. It really smells good. All right, now pretty much mixed up here. It's equal proportions. Now, if there's one of these vegetables that you don't like, just substitute it. If you don't have jicama, substitute it with finely grated cabbage. That works great too. You could also, instead of jicama, you could also grate daikon radish. I've done that in the past, and it's just as good. So use what you have, get creative. All right, now we have that all together. It's now time to put the salad dressing together, and it's another simple Asian style dressing. Let me show you I've already put the ingredients together, but let me tell you and show you what I have in here. I've got a teaspoon of sriracha. I've got a tablespoon of freshly grated ginger. I have the juice and zest of 1 whole lime. I have a tablespoon of fish sauce. I've got a 1/3 cup of rice wine vinegar. And I have about a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil. And also about a tablespoon of Boca Sweet. And as I mentioned in my last video, this is my new favorite sugar replacement, but you can use anything, any kind that is compliant that you like. You can use xylitol, swerve, just like sugar, whatever you like the best. It doesn't really matter, and it's not that much, just enough to give it that sweet, salty, sour taste. So we're ready with that. I just put the ginger in. We're gonna mix that all together, pour it on the salad, toss it. And what I'm going to do now is to plate it with a little bit of a cabbage surround, so we have an extra added vegetable, and it'll give us a little bit of color. And also I am going to add some spicy shrimp to the top of this. Now, this salad doesn't have to have any animal protein added to it at all, and I'm kind of stingy with it. I don't use very much. It's just enough to give you the idea that you had some meat, or I should say shellfish, but it's not going to be very much, and you'll see that in the plating. Just let me get this, give it a quick taste and see how we are. That's really delicious. Okay, I'll be back in a minute, and we'll put these all on the plates, and dinner will be ready. All right, we're ready to plate up our dinner. Get these in the refrigerator so they'll be nice and chilled for tonight. And I'm just going to take 1 large scoop of the salad that has the green mango and all those yummy components we talked about. And then I'm just to give it a little color, I'm going to surround it with a little bit of cabbage and a little bit of radish and a few pieces of shrimp. That one only got 2. I think we'll give 3, and that should be enough. And a few green onions for these 2, and then I'll make my mom's up in a to-go, and she won't have any green onions. Okay, everything is all plated up and ready to go. I hope that you take the time to make this recipe. I think you'll really like adding it to your compliant recipe. It's really one of our favorites. Thanks again for stopping by.